Saan yan? Okay, there you go. Um, there we go. So, you'll be that. I'd like to check if baka andito yung ano yung baka na-cover yung screen ninyo with nay sagabal sa screen. Okay ra, walay sagabal. Okay. Sige, so welcome to our third session again for our learning session. And I would like to say sorry because medyo na-delay tagamay because we had some murag medyo wait nga mga discussions na gidiscuss naman ni Sir Franz prior to this one. And also, medyo as you know, medyo busy lagi diri daghan kayo events ga parallel. So I hope I will be able to get through this topic, and I hope everyone is alive and kicking, no, and eager to listen sa tong next topic, which is all about value proposition canvas. So before we start, marag, ano lang, who among you here have undergone or familiar with the value proposition canvas? With this specific na canvas. So you're free to make use sa chat box. So we can monitor kung ano if there are any tawag dito mga comments, suggestions or mga concerns, no? So feel free to crowd or to occupy or parang as much as possible make it as rowdy as possible diri sa atong meeting chat, no? So that I can see or I can see na murag ma-motivate pod ko diri nga side nga kabalo ko nga napoy go paminaw sa ako right. So wala po na akong motivation. So hello si Ma'am Mona again, no, and also Ma'am Jen from POL from POLD, no, are very active, so naay naminaw. So thank you very much Ma'am Mona again for giving me that assurance. Also si Sir Emir from Cabao EI, no. Okay, Monadjin. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So now, make sure to pronounce it properly na from now on, Monadjin. No? Sige, so let's go back to our topic, value proposition canvas. So what is value proposition canvas? So maybe one thing to go through this or para medyo makuha na to is maybe we can dissect the three words, no? So let's start with the first word, value. What do you think is value, no? What is value for you? Or what do you think in your own words or how you understood it? What is value, no? So let's take a moment and more let's reflect on the word and try to answer these questions na lang siguro. What things do you consider that is valuable sa imo? It could be a thing, it could be a person, no? And what does it have on you nganong why you consider that thing or person valuable sa imo? And what would happen if that thing or person is, let's say, ang thing na lang siguro, dili sa yung person, kay medyo lain paminawon, no? If that specific valuable thing sa imo is mapalayo sa imo, and you won't have access to it for a while, no? So basically, maybe some of you are saying masad, no? Maybe some of you are saying ma-depressed, no? So medyo strong. So basically, when they're talking about value, it's something that adds more that you can benefit from, no? It could be your cell phone. You can benefit from your cell phone through the what you call this one, functional things that it do or that it does for you, na? So we have entertainment, we have this katong mga other functional niya nga mga jobs which is katong for messaging or whatever kung unsa man galing imong mga purpose sa imong phone, no? Kung unsa man galing na sila. So the next word is proposition. So value, we've a little, to touch a little bit, touch base at the sa values. What is proposition? So proposition from the root word propose. So value proposition. So basically, how are you proposing or how do you propose ang imong value, no? Imong value. Or in this case, the value that we are referring to is your product, no? The solution that you are creating through your startup, no? Startup na mga ideas, whatever product that may be. No, if it's a service or all these other things. Next one is Canvas, no? So Canvas basically it's some sort of a like template, no, that you can work with. It's something more systematical wherein you can change it as much as you want as necessary, no? So basically, when we're talking about value proposition canvas, all in all, it's something nga murag canvas that you can use for you to systematically plan out and murag build somehow ang imong value, no, para ma-propose nimo sa imong customers. Okay, so murag taas kita ng introduction for the first stage, no. So I very much like to always start with medyo nakuha na ko ni siya nga habit from Sir Jugs, no, ato nag-introduce sa inyo sa tawag niya sa design thinking. So I idolize him, tapos ako pag gina-copy ang mga ginabuhat, I very much like on how he starts mga session with wicked questions. So with these wicked questions, I'd like everyone to ask yourselves regarding your current startup venture, no? So first question, what's your startup idea? Is it a product or service? So, dali lang siya sabi, no? So next one, who will use your product or service? Who's your customer segment? I'm very much sure for the past sessions, customer persona kan ba? Customer persona. Yeah, customer persona na mo. So for hopefully by now, medyo sure na mo, no. Sure na mo whoever is your customer persona, your customer segment, the specific na demographics. So hopefully clear na sa inyo by now. Third question is that, do you think with your current na idea, with your current product or service, do you think your customers will love it? No? Do you think they will love your product or service? And would they love it enough? Is it good enough as a solution to specific problems for them to get money out of their pocket and pay you? No? So basically, I'm sure na-mention na siya before, the best indicator of success sa atong startup ventures is a paying customer, right? So ano siya, medyo listen na siya tubagon for now ang question 4. Then, muna siya ang isa one of the missions, mission or rather purpose sa VPC para ma-answer na siya ang question, no? And again, balik lang tagamay, a little bit of reveal lang sa mga for sure. You've had a lot of this for a fair share of this kaning lens of innovation or sungit gina siya sa inyo since day one, no? So desirability, viability, feasibility. By now, I'm sure you're medyo clear. I keep saying medyo, no? So by now, clear na sa inyo what is if your product or if your service is feasible. For sure, it's desirable, and ang viability na lang din ang question na. That's why we're here sa CDO Bytes, here sa atong incubator for us to find out later on if our product, services, startup ideas is viable. The next one is atong design thinking. Basically, atong design thinking revolves around the customer, no? So, first step, empathize. Who will you empathize with? Customers. Now you define your problem. Kang kinsa man sa problems. Customers. Now you date your idea. For whom are you dating your idea? Solution. It's for your customers. And lastly, prototype. Kinsa magtest imong prototype? Customers. So basically, everything revolve around your customer, no? So gamay lang nga murag, I'm not sure if na-mention ni siya sa inyo before, is that the startup daw is the business. It's not the product. And the single necessary thing and sufficient condition for a startup to succeed, or best indicator, as I mentioned earlier, is a paying customer. No? So that quote came from Bill Olet from MIT. No? So what is a customer? I'm sure na-mention na siya sa inyo gamay. Gamay lang na gamay lang reviewers. Customer is king. I'm sure you've also heard of katong medyo mas common nga line from katong always natin siya madonggan is that customer is always right. So basically it means the same thing, no? Because your customers are the judge, jury, and the executioner for your value proposition. Or in this case, yung product, the solution that you are making for that specific problem, no? Experienced by specific people, which is your customer segment. So they are the jury, judge, and executioner of your value proposition, no? And they will be merciless if you don't find fit. That's according to Alexander Osterwalder, no? Naghimo sa katang business model canvas. And next is nalang tagamay nga discussion regarding customer and end user, no? Is there a difference between a customer and end user? Pwede makadungog from the chat box. Or in this case, you're free to open your mic to add into the discussion. What do you think? Is there a difference between customers and end users? Wala. Okay, so medyo sad ko karon nga dili kayo. Participative ang atong cohort 8. Yes, there are differences according to Sir Roy. Thank you, Sir Roy. So basically, end users are the one actually the one who is using no making who benefits from your product no. So they're the one who directly benefits from your product. The one using your product, no? And then so ang customer sir, ina na magyapon sir, di ba? So so medyo na gamay nga marag confusion about that. So actually, ang customer is the one who pays you for the product. But it doesn't always mean, not all the time, that the customer is also the one, sorry, is the customer is also the one using your product. Now, basic example is kaning example sa inyong screen ka Google, no? Who is the one using Google, no? Kinsa ba gagamit sa Google? Maybe I use Google, no? Gagamit tayo ba mag-Google? In your case? Yeah. Ganahan yung libre. No? Gagamit tayo Google. But since, okay, since you used Google before, you've been using it for a while, did you ever pay for Google? No? By using Google, have you ever paid the app, ang kaning siyang Google for this? No? Never man, di ba? We've been using it for a while, for a long time, but we never paid for it, no? So that doesn't make us customers because we never paid anything to Google, no? At least directly, no? No? So the one actually, business model ni Google is through ads, via kaning Google Ads. So the entities, the persons, or the groups who are actually paying Google, in this case, sila ang customer good ni Google, are those mga companies, it doesn't have to be a company good, it will be a person, single entity, who's paying Google for ads, no? So gapay sila on a subscription basis, subscription model, tapos ang ilang ads makita dayon sa customer. Rather sa users, no? So makita nato ang mga ads kanatong makita ang ads sa YouTube, sa Google, no? Those are actually paying Google para makaabot sila diha. So that's their main business model. So that's the Google is an example wherein multi-channel siya, lahi ang yang end user and at the same time, lahi ang yang customer. So by now, I'd like you to take a closer look sa inyong mga startups, sa inyong product and services. And ato lang, let's try to identify if multi-channel ba ta. Are your end user, ang inyo bang mga end user are also your customers, no? Or dili, right? We're not discussing this for no reason. There's a very big reason why we have to know this first before we proceed sa atong value proposition canvas. So, balik ta, few more questions. What is your motivation when you buy a product or service, no? Why do you buy things that you have right now? Why did you buy things? Why did you buy your iPhone? Why did you buy your phone? No? Why did you buy an iPhone instead of an Android? Why did you buy an Android instead of an iPhone? Why did you buy kung sa mga limong lunch kanina, why did you buy your lunch, no? Why did you decide nga chicken ang imong lunch, no? So basically, it's because of value, no? You find value. Yes, thank you very much. I'm not sure kung si kinsa ni siya sa agri-rev system. Okay, si Sir Lance. Thank you very much, Sir Lance, no? So, ROI po, si Sir Mark from Food Basket, no? So, it's because we buy the things that we buy, we pay for the things that we need because it has value for us, no? I bought an iPhone because I need an iPhone. So therefore, ang phone is valuable for me. No, so I bought giuhaw ko, gusto ko Sprite, I bought the Sprite, nagbayad ko for the Sprite, and I paid for Sprite because Sprite have value for me at that time, no? Kaya murag maka makatugbaw gyud sa kauhaw mo ba nang tama. I'm not sure. Basing gayaw-yaw ako diri no sa kauhaw ang Sprite gid ako no, right? So basically because of value, that's why we pay for things that we pay for, right? So what is value, no? Ato na siya gamay nga ko ada. Basically value is a form of currency. No, but basically it doesn't have to be when you say currency, it doesn't have to be the money that we know of na currency. Currency could be different types of forms, no? So we have many forms of currency. We have a currency in a form of cash. Ang atong pinaka known or pinaka common yan ibaw ang currency, no? Peso, dollar, whatever is the kana siya nga currency good. Another currency for value is also time, no? Would you agree that time is a currency, is a resource, no? So the value, gadako ang value, depende po sa time, no? So maybe if the product or services makes your job easier, it makes you more efficient. Kung wala siya, it will take you a few days to finish the job. But with this specific tool, it will only take you a day or maybe even less. So it's a value, right? And lastly is effort, no? Convenience. It's also a form of value. Currency is a form of currency that translates into value and also looking good. Looking good is a very good value, no? It hits our mga emotional and also mga social nato nga mga needs. Right? So this is how or what or how our value proposition canvas looks like. Na duha ka kaning sa batawan ng shapes diha. On the left side, you can see a square shape. Tapos na-divide siya into 3 quadrants. Tapos under siya sa value proposition. And on the right side, you can see a circle, same, subdivided into 3 parts. Tapos, if you can see, murag naka-mirror ang ubahan nga parts sa value proposition. And this circle, red color, is our customer profile. No? So this is how our value proposition canvas looks like, or atong VPC. No? So actually, we have to tackle first ang VPC because the VPC is a part, no? Is only a part of the bigger na canvas which we call the business model canvas. Katong gibuhat ni Osterwalder, no? So it's only a part, and it's not just a part, it's the center, it's the heart of the business model canvas. Right, that's why we have to tackle this first. And later on, moving forward, if ever you will make it to the fire starter na in main incubation program, you will be having either a business model canvas or a lean canvas. That will be decided later, no, sa team. So in the case of this lean model canvas, half sa canvas yun ang play ang role ang VPC. So balik ta sa atong value proposition canvas. Now that you had, for sure, ma-remember pa nato atong activity or atong workshop during sa design thinking, no? So which side goes first kaya in your opinion, no? Based on what we learned so far, based on what we learned sa design thinking, based on what we learned sa customer persona. I'd like to see in the chat, no? Para makabalo yung kinsa ito ma-active karon nga hapon para, no? Kinsa which side kaya goes first? Give me an L, R, or right, left, no? Sige daw. Wala? Oh my God. So, which side do you think goes first? K? Oh my God, ano yung K? Mismo na mamuha na dyan ng K. Kaliwa. Okay, kaliwa siguro yung K. Okay, so hold on to your answers. I-lock niyo na yung answers niyo. No? Customer profile. Okay. So actually, most of you got it right. Because one of the common mistakes that startup do, mga researchers, mga inventors, is a common mistake nila is they make their product first without validating, without considering all these other factors. Nag-spend sila og years, no, years in the making of product, 5 years in the making. It took them millions to create the product. Nagawa sila mga funding and grants, no? Tapos after 5 years, later on, when they try to sell their product, walay mo palit. No, walay mo palit. Why do you think so? Because it doesn't give any value dito sa mga customers ngayon ginapalitan. Again, ang reason why we buy thing is ang value. So ano kayang walay value, no? Because I think in most cases, based on what we learn sa design thinking, it's not really solving a problem. Kaya assumption naman tanan, right? That's why it's very important to look at our customer profile first. We have to really investigate. We have to validate things first with our customers. No, we have to undergo primary research, secondary research about our customers for us to really find out what do they really want, what do they not want. No, for them to find value sa atong product, right? So first things first, customer good. And for this case, since um for a while I've been presenting a VPC and still the best based on feedback, the best way gihapon to present first time ang VPC is through by using an example of a startup that is very familiar to us all. And they've decided nga Grab, no? Kinsa may dili familiar og Grab dire. Hopefully familiar ito na ng Grab. And by the way, ang Grab that we're talking about is Grab nga katong hailing app, dili katong Grab food. We're talking about the hailing app katong taxi. So, okay. Abilo kinsay nag-chat AI note taker di ay. So, first things first, later on you will be doing this by yourselves per group is that you will have to first is ibutang ninyo inyong startup idea na naman may mga logos diri sa taas, no? Butang niyo sa taas. So, butang yung name for in the case of Mas Monagin, iyang ibutang diri ang iyang logo. In case of si Sir Han, ibutang niya ang trabaho AI dire, and same with the other groups, no? So first things first, butang ang logo sa taas. Next step is we have to put your customer dire, a customer segment. Doesn't have to be the katong customer persona no, but customer segment. Is it a group of ang segment? Are they students? What year of students? What specific are they students of private schools? Public schools? Are they mothers? What age of mothers? The reason why, I'm sure na mentioned to ni during sa customer persona is that the reason why we have to be very specific sa atong customer segment is because different types kani siya mga general kay mga customer segments is that they are actually subdivided into different pud nga categories. For example, sa students, no? General ang students. Pero when you say student, it includes grade school students, high school students, college students. And now, when you think about it, grade school students, high school students, college students, these three different segments have different problems. No, they're experiencing different problems, and at the same time, they are experiencing different na mga pains o mga gains no, na sila lahi-lahi nga wishes. Grade school, gawish sila og mga dulaan. High school, gawish sila og katong mga gadgets. College, gawish sila og better grades, no? So different yun. That's why we have to be very specific sa atong customer segment. So now, in the case of Grab, ang customers niya are commuters, no? Commuters. Right? So you have to put your customer sa lower right. No, so that's the first. A second step na after putting your name sa top. No? So gawas na gamay sa customer VPC. Customer actually all these people kung kinsa man galing atong customers, these guys have jobs to be done no, in their daily lives. No? Gikan sa by the time that they wake up until the time that they go back to their houses and get to sleep. Na sila yung mga jobs, no? This includes magbakod, magtoothbrush, magluto, magilis, magsakay, magtrabaho, and all this. And there's a lot of jobs na ilang ginabuhat, no? For them for them to get over their mga daily lives. And along these jobs, natin nga tawag na pains and gains. Na sila yung mga kasakit, no? While doing all those jobs, napud sila yung mga gains or what we call mga aspirations, mga good experience while doing those jobs, no? And these jobs actually can be categorized further into the three different types of customer jobs, no? So na pa yung categorization sa jobs. So na sila ang tulo which are the following: functional jobs, social jobs, and emotional jobs. No? So functional jobs, these are the practical things that that you need to get done, no? Mga saktong dapat lang mabuhat ang isa ka butang because you need it to be done. Like it's like going from point A to point B or maglakaw ka dire pa dito. So it's a functional job. Social job are the roles you play in your social group and the ways you'd like to be perceived. So as people, as a person, social being, there are things that we do, mga jobs that we do for us to be perceived, no? Para mapabilib sa ato mga the people around us, no? Para ma-impress sila, mapa-impress nato sila. So we do things mag-effort tag makeup for the girls para mapansin ni crush. Si boys is mag-effort og exercise para medyo macho para mapansin sa iyang crush, no? Or mag-dress well for the guys and girls to be perceived as someone nga murag corporate, no? Nga murag someone nga kaning professional, no? So mag-effort, no, mag-extra effort, yung mag-wear of coat and all these other things. And lastly, we have emotional jobs, no? These are the jobs that you do so that you will feel better in life, no? So medyo I know yung murag it doesn't make sense pa dahil medyo bulibog siya from now. Pero na tayong mga example sa ani. So same with us, same with the people, same with all the people, no? Same with us founders and all the other things. Sa mga butang di ay nga atong ginagamit for all the things that we use, mga many things from the phones to the keys, taman sa ball pens, is that they are also doing their jobs, no? Di ba based sa design thinking is na-establish mo to nga katong we are actually buying the experience, no? It's not really the thing, but the experience that they offer, no? So in this case, I'd like to ask, I'd like you guys to ask yourselves, how do we decide what type of shoes we buy? Now, what are the things that we consider before buying our shoes? Now, it could be ang size, it could be the brand, it could be the color, it could be sa pamanlain, it could be the brand, sa pang nagina ba ko brand ganina? It could also be sa man ang make, ang iyang kalig-on, no? No? Or maybe just because someone yung mong idol gisuot siya, so that's why you also want to buy it, no? So let's consider ang different types of job sa shoes, no? Based on katong three categorization, functional, emotional, and functional, social, and emotional. So ano siya? First things first, functional jobs, no? So if you're looking to buy a shoes that is only doing functional jobs, mo gina-consider, no? So unsa man gyud ang main job gyud sa shoes, no? So di ba ang main job sa shoes is for the shoes na ma-cover imong feet para ma-protect siya, para dili ka matunok sa lansang, para dili ka mapaltosan. So muna siya ang main job gyud sa shoes, right? Para makapaingon ka sa imong gusto paingnan, makalakaw ka without hurting your feet. Right? So these are the things that you could consider, ang comfort, durability, support, no? Basically ang safety ni siya. Weather resistance para dili mabasa din yung kamot. I rather tiil. Sorry. Safety features, also ang budget. Very important when kuan sa functional jobs, limited gyud ang budget. So basically, ito mo na siya mga sapatos na murag makain ka nga, pwede na to, sakto lang. Sakto lang nga makasulod ko sa gate, kay bawal nga mag-sandal, so dapat mag-shoes ko. So sakto lang makasulod ko, muna siya. So what are the types of shoes nga sulod siya dani nga mga categories? No? Enough to get the job done. So basically, itong mga okay-okay, mga baratuhon nga shoes, mga walay brand. Alright, so these are the shoes that you would buy if gusto lang nimo functional job sa shoes, no? Okay, so wala siyang functional job. Next one is social jobs, no? What are the types of shoes that we buy, no? Sa itong social job, external perception, no? The way we want to be perceived by others. So these are the categories or the things, the factors that you look at sa shoes before you buy it if you want it to do a social job, no? Should be professional in appearance, no? Dapat sleek, dapat leather, dapat shiny, no? Dapat hugaw. Fashionable, fashionable, no? Dapat stylish, dapat dapat trending, no? Status symbol, wow, na butiki. Lacoste. Wow, na ay tao nga naghawid og kaning bola tapos nagdunk. Wow, Jordan. Right? Wow, na check sa pamilain. Wow, sa pamilain nga brand, right? Nagdahutan ako idea sa kanimo nga kanimo mga social jobs. So, another one is unique ang style, no? Basically, why do you want your things to be unique? Para mapansin, di ba? Para mapansin sa uban. Right? And alignment with peers, no? If you belong to a certain group, dapat imong mga gamit also mag-align sila ha para ma-relate ka sila ha. And also for you to get their respect, no? So basically, sabay sa uso. These are the types of shoes that you would buy or the things that you do for you to be perceived a certain way. Another example nga akong nakakita na ni sa girls is ang heels. High heels, no? No? So, sa may nasa heels di ay? For a fact, according to my wife, also with my sisters, is that lisod kaayo isuot ang heels. Hawoy, sakit, makapaltos. So, kung ilang lain ko, another thing is mahal. Very mahal. Pero, still, why do girls still buy it? Why do girls still use it? Right? Nasakit man kaya, makapaltos man kaya, mahal man kaya, hassle man kaya, right? Then why do you still use it? Why do you still buy it? Because it gives you social jobs, no? It gives you, it fulfills ang imong social jobs because you want to be perceived a certain way. You want to be perceived as someone professional, right? So mag-heels ka para professional. You want to be perceived as someone tall, no? Sa katanaw, taas tanawon, sexy tanawon, no? Appealing. That's why you use high heels. So these are the social jobs that these things do for you para ma-perceive ka despite your comfort. Wala na ko ilabot sa ako murag kaning personal nga murag kuan bahalag mapaltusan as long as ma-perceive ko as inani, no. And lastly, medyo contradicting siya is ang emotional jobs, no. Lastly. So what are emotional jobs? Personal fulfillment, no. So what are the things that you want to fulfill sa imong kagalingon? Sa may mga luho. Sa Bisaya pa, no? So these are the factors that you look at when buying your shoes nga mag-weigh sa mga emotional jobs. Comfort and joy, no? And every time sa utan bitan imong shoes di malipay ka. Ay, kala may maganda ning Crocs, no? Comfortable ba aning Crocs, no? Ka-comfortable ba aning kaning pangbalay bitaw nga shoes, no? No? Brand loyalty because you've been buying Adidas your whole life. Dapat Adidas yun. Every time makabuy ka another Adidas to add to your collection, it will give you personal fulfillment, right? Another one is childhood nostalgia. For those nga na yung mga gusto nga mga butang during their childhood days. Tapos later on, medyo dili din nila di pa nila mapalit. Pero by the time that pwede na nila ma-afford is that even though dili na uso, even though medyo karaan na, is that mapaliton gihapon. But even though kung suoton nimo sa public is that medyo dili appealing sa uban because karaan na siya nga model, karaan siya nga design. But for you, since it's a childhood nostalgia sa imo ha, karon lang nimo siya nasuot for a very long time, you've been wanting it, it fulfills you personally, right? Stress relief, confidence boost. So muna siya mga things that you do, things that you buy that fulfills kani mga sarap sa feeling, personal fulfillment. So in a way, medyo contradicting siya sa social jobs. Now, because social jobs are the things that you do for others. Despite unsay personal nga kaning mobuhat sa imo, either despite nga murag maglisod ka mahal or these other things. And it might be ang imong emotional jobs is partly social jobs, so pwede ra pod siya almost the same sa social jobs. So basically, kuan lang tani sa emotional jobs, more on for yourself, no? What are the things that you do for yourself? Despite what others may think, no? Unless ang imuhang what you want to do for yourself is for others to feel nga murag main ka sa ila. So that's another story to tell. So by now, I hope nga murag klaro na ang different types of job, functional job, social job, also emotional job. And would you agree, no? That all these three types of shoes, they have the same function, right? Basically, to protect your shoes, to protect your shoes, to protect your feet, no? To cover your feet. Pero it conveys three different murag elations sa feelings, no? No? Kung katong magsuot ka functional job, okay, marag, sakto lang, okay ko, right? But if you're using katong may butiki, so medyo, kilas nga maglakaw sa dalan, right? Marag, taas no, okay kayo, bahala ka sa mga marag, ipasikat yun yung imong suot, right? And lastly, kung for katong emotional job, shoes nga emotional jobs, no, is that mas elated ka sa mod compared sa duha because it fulfills personal nga feelings. It adds personal murag kaning mas depth, mas weight na value sa imuha because it fulfills your personal na achievements, right? So I hope you agree with me, right? Sa balik ta, medyo taas kitang discussion dito. Balik ta sa itong value proposition canvas, PPC. So the first things that we do is since we already done nabutang nato sa taas ang atong startup, atong logo, napatang na po nato hopefully dira identified na nato atong customers. Now we have to identify ang jobs ni customer nato. In which case sa customer ni Grab, ang commuters is that before pa nila nahibawan ang Grab, mo ilang mga jobs that they do, no? Getting from one point to another sa mga commuters. So, sa man yung mabutang, first is the wait for taxi, right? Mahulat sa taxi, mahulat nga ni mo labay. Next is that they call the taxi. Kung na yung mga abot taxi is ilang parahon, of course. Right? After pagpara nila, sakay sila, mag-give sila direction, anong, dito lang ko sa Agora or nang dito lang ko sa sa uptown, no. So next one is after makaabot nimo, so you have to pay, right? Ang commuters, ang mga taxi, mga commuters nga gasakay og taxi after the give direction makaabot sila, mag-pay. Another one is maybe before they actually kanya sakay sa taxi is na sila chance nga marang magpili og taxi. It could be for the reason nga kanang maybe daghan sila, 7 kabuk sila. And if ang katong what you call this, sedan lang, taxi lang ipara is that kulangon. Kay 7 man sila, pero dapat masigo sila sa taxi. So mamili sila katong SUV nga taxi, no? XUV nga taxi. No, Crosswind or Innova baka na or unsa pa man yung uban nga mga cars nga 7-seater. So dapat na apel po na mag-choose kag taxi. It's also one of their job nga mag-share og ride para makatipid, right? Or maybe other than makatipid, basin na ay nagtindog di nga crush na cute nga guy, na cute nga girl na gusto nimo kasabay sa taxi. So, basta di ka paingon. So, right? Okay, sabay. So, that's one of the jobs, mag-share of ride. And lastly, safety concerns also. While doing all this job, while inside the taxi, it's also our jobs na murag to be vigilant, no? So that we can make sure that we are safe along the way, no? So, pag tanaw pa lang, pag tanaw sa taxi, makita nimo nga kaning hinlo ang taxi, so mas safe siya katong mga daghan kay gas-gas nga taxi, so murag magduha-duha sakay kay murag kas-kasero masiguro siya, no? And next step, now that we have identified the different types of job, now we have to categorize ang ilang jobs based on the 3 categorizations sa jobs, no? Functional jobs. I hope these are personal na categorization because I consider waiting taxi, calling for taxi, giving directions. Also for paying, I consider this as functional jobs, no? Right? Nothing else, just enough to get the job done. But choosing a taxi and sharing a ride, I consider it as a social job because murag ma-under siya dadto nga job, no? So for safety concern, personal fulfillment, right? So emotional job. So you can also do this in your case pag abot sa inyo mga sa inyong canvas later on pagka mo na ang time mga magkuan. Next one is that again, while doing all these jobs, waiting for taxi, calling, also choosing a ride, is that while we do these things, we have kato mga bad nga experience while doing these things, right? So while we are waiting for taxi, we have bad experiences and we have to wait for a long line. So that's a pain, no? That's we don't want that to happen, no? And when you finally go to where you wanted to go, you have to pay now gi-overprice ka, no? Or even before pa siguro ka mo sakay, kontrata na ka sa driver. Na wala ka pa tagad ang chance nga kaning mag-meter but instead kontrata ka so overpricing and you don't want that to happen. Right? So it's a pain. And lastly, pag abrin mo sa portahan, pag tananaw sa driver, oy manig ka sa liga ng driver. You don't want that to happen, right? Kay dugay ka nagulat sa taxi niya, nagabot pa nga taxi ang driver, hindi ka sa ligan. So, it's a pain, right? And lastly, kabantay bitaw ka na mag-abot ka imong meter sa taxi kay let's say for example 70 pesos tapos yung wala kay change na lang kay 100 tapos when you paid 100 ana din ang taxi driver nga ala wala mo koy sukli pwede okay na lang ning 100 na lang ni boss or just ra man ako sukli boss ako na lang ning 20 so di ba nakakainis di ba it's a very marag kaning samok nga experience so it's a pain and I don't want that to happen no so again, ang pains, these are the things na mga bad experiences nimo while doing all these things. Okay? I hope we're clear on that. No? So next one, now that we have identified ang pains, we have to identify also mga gains. So basically, pains are the exact opposite of pains, no? So while doing these things, naka-pains nga ka-experience, but also at the same time, sometimes, most of the time, maybe, while doing all these jobs, napun tayong mga good experience, no? Natay mga ganahan nga experience wherein gusto na to sila mahitabo every time we ride the taxi in the case of the commuters, no? So while riding the taxi, if you arrive on time, no, kung sakto imong pag-abot, na wala ka na traffic, wala ka giduyok-tuyok sa taxi driver para mataas yung meter, it's a very good experience, no? Na maka-arrive ka on time. And you want that to happen every time. No, every time I want to I ride the taxi, I want to be there on time, no? And is the next one is that every time you pay, no, is that kung hatagan ta og kaning fair price sa taxi meter kita, gipalangga kita wala ta gituyok. It's a very good experience, right? And we always want that to happen. And the next one is that it's also a very good experience nung kana bitang na kay taxi driver nga murag very polite, nga buutan kaayo, kung gusto ka magchika pod siya, kung gusto ka kung dayo ka sa lugar is that mag-give siya og instructions, maghatag siya og mga tourist destinations, mag-offer siya og extra service, no? So it's also a very good experience. And I want that to happen. At least in my case, no? Nabuutan on tang driver all the time. Also easy payment, no? Kung si manong driver mo dawat og GCash, oy wow. Dawat og GCash si manong driver. So it's a very good thing, no? Kung na siya sukli dala permente, it's a very good thing also, no? And also while doing these jobs, while katong maka-share ka ride, it's a good thing pa di ba kay makatipid ka kung mag-split mo sa bill kung na kayo kasabay, no? It's also a good experience. And sometimes we hope all the time, or every time that we ride the taxi, nga marag, hopefully, every time nga mag-ride to taxi, naon ta ko'y kasabay, para na ko'y ka-split sa bill. And lastly, choose a ride, no? Hopefully, katalagang yun ako ganina, kung 7 may kabuk, gusto mo mag-taxi, para makatipid, may isa lang ka-ride. So, kung na mo abot nga 7-seater, it's a very good thing to happen, no? Para dinig ka mangita og kaning, how to call this one, katong mga sakay. We'll check the chat, base na ay mga kuan. Gusto kayo ang ulan sa Lumbia po. I'm still here po. Kaya, it's okay, Miss Managan. Wait lang, naka-record ta? Naka-record ta? Wait lang. Let me check before we proceed, Kimarek. I don't think na-start ang recording. Okay, sorry about that. Naka-record di ay. So, in the case of Miss Mona Jin, it's okay. It's okay. We recorded man, so if you've missed a few lines, if you've missed or like a few topics, you can look it up against the recording. So let's proceed, no? So now that we have identified ang atong customers, yung mga jobs to be done, yung pains and gains, now I think it's high time na murag let's proceed na dayon sa products, sa other side of the tawag ani, of the canvas. So hopefully okay na mo diha, Miss Monagen, also Miss Jen from Paul. Okay, stay safe guys. Okay. Okay. No, it's okay, Sir JM from IT Solutions. Okay. So let's proceed, no? So now na-identify na nato si customer. So now na-build na nato na siya ang right side. Now we have to start designing, no? Same with sa atong design thinking. Mag-design na rin ta based on what our customer needs, based on what our customer want, on what they mga problem nila. So first things first, you have to look at their pains, no? And you have to design things, features on how we can alleviate or at least ma-minimize yun ang ilang mga pains. So that's why we have kani mga pain reliever. 'Di ba? If we talk about pain reliever, sa may mabutang sa tong mind, alaksan, mefenamic, kung sa pa na in my case ganahan kog saridon, no? So what does this thing do? Mga alaksan, mefenamic, mga saridon. 'Di ba? It alleviates the pain or at least ang uban is mawala gid entirely, eliminate yun. Dili siya minimize. So same with our pain relievers, ang atong mga i-identify diri are the things, mga features sa atong product that directly minimize or alleviate or eliminate kani sila nga mga pains, no? So for our customers, for them na dili na sa kailangan mag-wait long line, is that we have to make a system. In the case of Grab, maghimo sila system that instant booking na. You just have to put in where you are currently at, then you have to put in where you want to go, and ang app na bahala mangita og driver for you. Na diretso na pod gini-assign ang driver, right? And before you even go inside the taxi, inside the Grab car, is that na siya cost system. Kabalo na ka mismo og pila imong bayaran, no? So ma-predict na nimo. Dili na pod kanila ma tawag ani. Di na pod kanila madaya. Yun na sa system yung bayranan. And lastly, para mabawasan na nga tuhang problem sa katong sa walay change, is si Grab made the system wherein cashless ang payment. Can be paid via GCash or via bank transfer, no? So as you can see, ang iya mga pain relievers are based on the pains sa atong customer. So I'd like you guys to do the same, identify ang pains sa inyong customer and make up or plan specific na feature sa inyong product or services that directly helps their pains, alleviates or minimize or eliminate yun, no? Ang ilang pains. So we're clear on this? Okay, check. Okay. So next, after pain relievers, now we have to look at ang atong mga gains sa customer, no? How are we going to make this, to turn this into a reality? Diba, as discussed earlier, ang atong gains are the things that we wish as often as possible because we like the experience, no? So dapat mabalik-balik siya. So how are we going to provide kani sa ilahang mga gains nga para ma-experience nila na yung gains all the time, no? So in the case of Grab, sa iyahang mga commuters, so in the case of Grab using computers, or is that is that with their katong traffic ang sagali na traffic forecast system, also atong mapping for the taxi driver to avoid katong mga traffic jams, is that it helps, no, nga maka-arrive on time ang mga customers, no? They also have kanilang rating system. Kato bitaw mag-rate ka og 5 stars, 4 stars, or maka-comment pod ka, maka-feedback ka kung good bang performance si driver, bad bang performance si driver, for them to make sure nga ilahang mga drivers are kept in check, no? Para kabalo sila always nga unsay ginabuhat silang drivers. So it directly helps kaning atong gain nga makasakay tag professional drivers, right? Also have a visual map para makita nimo ang kato ang para kung nanabig ka sa imong sa time, no? Also carpool system, no? Sa app, if you've used the app before, ang Grab is na sila feature wherein pwede ka for half the amount of your paying sa original sa katong isolo nimo ang car, is that pwede sila mag-pick up og another customer along the way para mag-carpool nimo siya. So makatipid ka. So, 'di ba, that directly provide ang katong gains nga gusto nila, that wherein katong gusto nila ma-split ang bill. Okay? So carpool system. And also ride options, no? Uh, sa app pa lang mismo, if nanakay choice on what type of car ang musundo sa imo, ha. So nana silang app. So it also gives direct nga more gain creator, it creates the gains katong gusto nila makapili og ride, no? So now, if you can see, hopefully makita na ninyo ang importance sa VPC karon, no? So it's a systematic approach, it's a canvas wherein you have a better overview of the things that you need to see, no? So with the kaning customer segment, by listing all their jobs, pains, and gains, now you have a better, mas organized na way for you, mas bird's eye view, kumbaga, for you to monitor kung unsa gid ilang kailangan, unsa gid ilang mga di gusto mahitabo, unsa gid ilang pains, unsa ilang gains, no? And na po siya part dani wherein maka-design din ka based on their pains and gains, maka-design ka og features that really intersect, no, kung unsa ilang gusto. So by doing that, unsa ganito ang reason why we buy things that we do? It's because it gives us value. Value in the form of what? A solution. It could be a solution to our problem, or it provides added value sa ato, ano, mas mapadali ang time, it will make us look better, it will make us save time. Unsa pa tong other types of currency, forms of currency rather, sa value, cash, time, effort. We also have katong looking good, right? So by this, no? Kay sure man ka nga imong features gives direct gain sa ilaha, it solves their pains, now you can make sure via this VPC sa atong canvas na make sure ta karon nga by the time that we actually make our product, sure na ta nga nay value yun sa atong mga customers. So it's just a matter of introducing it to them, makita nila ang experience. Now, makita na din nila sa diretsyo ang value. Now, they, for sure, nanay mas taas nga chance nga mag-pay sila sa imo ha. Right? So, okay? So, hopefully, klaro na nga part. Oh my God, gusto yung ulan. Gusto yung ulan. Pwede magpa-sigaw og suga, Megs? Megs, okay lang magpa-sigaw og suga, Megs? Para maulihog ko. So, nagnangit-ngit mo na nagkadlawan. Thank you. Okay, so na, medyo klaro-klaro na tama. Thank you very much. So, yeah. So, hopefully, medyo klaro na itong game creators ug pain relievers. Again, taring aside, never ka magbutang diri aside sa imong customer person, sa customer segment o anything about your product, no? Never ka magbutang diri anything about your product. This circle tells all about your customers, no? What he needs, what he wants, what are his problems. Never ka mag-mention diri about sa imong product. Ang about sa imong product, mga features or mga services extra, all these things is that diri ni may butang sa imong product, no? Sa either sa game creators o sa pain reliever, no? And lastly, now you just have there is sa imong products and services is now you have to decide before pa rin na here's an additional tip is that we have to make sure that we only make or include features that addresses a pain or gain, no? So do not, no, again, do not make unnecessary features. Why? Because unnecessary features entails unnecessary cost. Sure, of course, di ba? Let's look again, no? Kani siya save time, kani siya mga system, katong mapping system, katong purple system, all these things gigastusan ni Grab for it to be deployed sa ilang system, no? And if you put mga unnecessary nga feature na, for sure magasto ka na. For sure you will mag-add ka og another time, magbayad ka og another developer para mag-produce adto nga value. And the bad thing about it is that mag-add siya og cost sa imuha, then for sure ang imuhang pagbaligyan na of course gusto man ka magkita is mas mataas pod, mas mamahal, right? No? And the problem about it is that since mas mahal siya, mas magduha-duha imong customer og bayad sa imo. Nga ang nahitabo pod is that you are offering features that they do not need. No? So added bayad sa ilaha pero di man nila kailangan, no? So this is also a good technique to do. Is pwede nimo siya i-align, magbutang ka mga align to make sure nga tanan ni imong features addresses a pain or gain. No, in some cases also if you look at there is a pains is that natin nakita nga unsafe driver. If you look at it, wala siya pain reliever no nga pain man unta siya. 'Di ba? But if you will trace the line, ang professional driver already addresses both sa gain nga professional driver and at the same time ang pain nga unsafe driver, no? So since na-solve naman siya aning feature, you no longer have to add another feature diri sa pain reliever, no? Since na-address naman dato sa taas katong rating system. 'Di ba? So same goes with kaning fair price since even though gain siya pero ang nag-address sa iyahang feature is a pain reliever which also solves kaning overpricing, no? So since na-solve man siya dire, no need na ka magbutang og additional feature dire sa gain creator. Okay? So hopefully klaro ra na. So next dayon lastly, now kabalo naman ka unsang features na imong himuon, now you have to decide kani sa akong mga features, no? Unsa man ang best type of product or services ani para ma-incorporate na ko na nga butang. So in the case of Grab, para ma-incorporate niya na tanan nga butang, dapat dapat mobile, dapat kuan siya ay compact, so sa phone, no? So they decided to make a mobile application for taxi hailing. Lisod pud og kuan sa computer buhat no magbitbita ka computer para mag-hail og taxi, no? So dito gid ka since it's the most efficient one nga ang mga taxi rider is use og phone nga wala sila dapat dala perminti is mobile app yun ang pinaka efficient to do it. So now, with your systems sa inyong kagalingon nga mga tawag ani sa inyong kagalingon nga mga ideas or mga startup ideas, mga products or it could be a product or service, isulat lang siya dani. Ang overall niya nga murag kaning type of product and services, no? Kaya na naman dani nakabutang naman ang features dali. So hopefully that's clear, no? And kanilang dayon, important reminder. As of now, siguro during our no, is that for sure, since you have also been given ang assignment to validate, di ba? You have to interview your customers. You have to at first it's okay nga murag assumption lang sa siya, no? Murag benchmark nga assumption siya tanan. So dili lang ka nag-start, draft lang siya. Now, what you have to do during sa inyong validation is you have to validate if kaning na-identify nimo nga jobs are really the jobs that they are doing. You have to validate nga ang pains nila, gi-assume ni mga pains nila, is it really a pain for them, no? Is it really worth solving, no? Basin dili din na kailangan nimo i-solve, no? Additional feature, additional siya. Another one is ilang gains, no? Drive on time, siya. You have to validate, check if really mo ba na sila ilang gina-wish or basin ikaw ra nadto nagbuot-buot nga marag nag-assume ka nga mo to ilang wish, no? So it's very important that everything from this side must come directly from your target customers. So hashtag validate pa more. So, okay? So dapat by the time also, since it's a canvas, during your validations, for sure, things will change during aside sa customer. For sure, mag-change yun sila. Kaya na kayo ma-identify nga na mga butang, mga jobs nila nga wala ni mo na-identify before, so you have to add them. Napod kay mga jobs nga identify pero dili di ay nila ginabuhat. So assumption na din nimo. So you have to remove some. And kung ma-change dire, of course, ma-change mo na ilang pains and gains. And of course, if ma-change ang pain and gains, of course, ma-change po ilang ang inyong value proposition or ang inyong product. No? And at the same time, while you're already doing your validations, it's also worth validating if ang inyong assumed nga features, gain creators, are really the gain creators or pain relievers that they need, that they want. Okay? And with that, I think, isa na lang naman i-add na mo sa itong inyong deliverable nga templates later on, so no need to do that. It's high time, since we're done with the lecture, it's high time for the questions. So I'll be entertaining some questions, clarifications, if na. Do you have any questions regarding our topic or our topic value proposition canvas? Founders of cohort 8 founders? Sige, because if none, then medyo kulba na ang ulan. I also have to be somewhere after this. Murag koan lang. So, are there any questions? Calling once? Calling twice? Pwede mag-ask about this. Yes, go ahead, sir. Miss Monajen. Monajen de Tablan, please. Yeah, I appreciate you, Sir JM from Vision IT Solutions. My pleasure. Yes, Miss Monajen, you were pwede mag-ask about about this. Okay. Sige, it's okay, Miss Monajen, it's okay. I'll try to answer as best as I can. What if wala pa nakasubmit sa uban deliverables kay niya ang Wi-Fi? None for now. Sir Han, you're trying to say something, Sir Han? Okay, marag na tatlo ka na siguro.
Hello, hello.
Yes, Sir Han.
Hello, good afternoon,
Yes, Sir Han. Good
Sir Ron.
afternoon. Yes, sir.
So, I have a question with regards to, I think VPC is, ang challenge kasi namin sa sa AI tech startup is we both have product and service. So, with regards to that, pag tinignan natin yung problem statement, how do we strategize the problems? Parang ganun. Parang should we cater the micro problems or should we, in terms of the BPC naman is parang naka-macro
Yeah.
naman siya. So all of
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
solutions are everywhere in the gains, in the pains. Pero in terms of the problem statement, should we approach it in a macro or a micro way?
Here's the thing, sir. By experience, based on what we've experienced so far sa mga previous na mga cohorts namin, is that you really can't tell, no? We really can't tell if it's a micro or a macro problem. Or rather, what I'm trying to say is that you really can't tell for now
Mm,
if that specific problem is worth solving talaga. It's just a matter of validation. You really have to validate if it's really a micro problem or basin day bilang nimo micro problem to, but later on basin day that's it's a problem worth some solving for. So ato lang siguro ang ako lang siguro advisor is that I know all of you here or most of you here are experts on your specific na field sa inyong what you call this one sa inyong venture. Of course, na mo idea of how to solve certain problems. So that's the reason why we do value proposition canvas, no? We put everything there as much as we can, no? As murag sa pinaka dako nga zoom, no? Sa tanan nga problem. So that na natay map, natay list of the things that we have to validate later on. So, Sir Han, katong na-mention ni
mm,
mga micro problem, macro problems is I would suggest that you validate, no? You try to validate, no? You try to come up over, of course, I assume na murag na nakay even sa micro problem na nakay idea on how to give murag solution para ma-solve to nga if it's either a pain or a gain, no? Na
mm,
nakay idea on how to do that. So, kato lang sir is i-plot lang na siya sa imong VPC as
mm.
much as you can, and later on during your validation try to validate, no, if it's really a
Okay.
problem na kailangan nimo i-solve or dili.
So in terms of the presentation, should we angle it on a macro perspective? Parang ganun.
That's a very good question, sir, no, because I think medyo crowdy siya gamay during presentation. So I would suggest during sa presentation is it's okay on a macro scale lang siya.
Mm,
For easier presentation since limited po ng time during presentation. And katong mga micro nga mga na-identify nimo, you can keep it on another file on a much katong murag mas organized nga file or however you want to do it, sir. So ato lang
mm.
siguro that's a very good question to ask, sir. No,
Okay.
basin mapuno atong kuan, it will take us 1 hour to
Mm.
handle all the
Sige, sige.
things, no. So ato lang, sir,
Thank you.
medyo macro scale lang siguro the mga pinaka main problem. And later on during presentation, if there are more questions about some, and then you will be able to show imong backup na slides to
Okay.
further more discuss things. And
Thank
hopefully
you.
I answered your question, sir.
Mm, mm.
Was that enough, sir?
Yeah, I think so. You
Yeah, okay.
answered.
Thank you very much, Sir Han. No? So, another question. Let me see the marag na yung mga kuan. Yes, I'll answer first ang gatong concern ni Ma'am Mona Jean. Ma'am Mona Jean, for now, it's okay, ma'am, because it's actually partly our fault na medyo na late og deliverable. Personally, my fault because medyo late na ako na distribute ang tawag ani ang mga templates, no. So, for now, we will try to be more subtle sa inyo ha when it comes sa deliverables, but hopefully now that you have access for the following weeks, hopefully, no,
Mm.
hopefully, makapass na ta on time.
Oo.
So,
Eh,
no problem
gahapon
for
po
now.
good, I don't know if you guys saw my messages. As in, nag-inarte na ang technology gahapon. So, wala may mabuhat. Kinara man siya sa isa ka gadget. Good ang among deliverables tanan. However, dili na ko sure if dawaton pa ba or there is still time
Yeah.
to over
No
it. Kaya
problem
naman
about
naman
that.
ang deadline. So, ako lang i-clarify. Kaya sayang man good old. Moderate siya sa step 2 na wala pa na storyahan namang step 1 pa.
Okay. So that's totally okay, Miss Mona Jen, no? So katalaga like what I've said, we'll try to be subtle for now since we're partly at fault. Mainly one siguro gani, no? So kato lang, ma'am, it's okay for now. And if ever you missed for some reasons, for some valid reasons, ang kato mga valuations, and maybe it's also on our end, kay basing busy pod me during that times, is that during kung magpatong na siya, magsapaw na siya on another deliverable, is we will give you more time, we'll give you some time to discuss first ang first deliverable before proceeding to sa next nga deliverable, because it was actually designed na murag to do that in chronologic in order, no? Nawala na ako. So, kato lang, ma'am. Don't worry about that, ma'am. If na-miss mo before, hatagan ka na mag-time gamay on your next evaluation to discuss a little bit about your prior deliverables. Then we can proceed sa next nga deliverable. So, don't worry, Miss Mona Jen, no? So, any other, let me see. What if ang product is good for multiple customers? What if ang product is good for multiple customers sa aning canvas? Yes, exactly. Thank you very much, Miss Ma'am Gia Quezon from AgriLoop. So that's also the reason I might have missed that one. Pero that's one of the reason why we identified katong multi-channel na customer segment sa katong different ni end user og ni customer. The reason why I might have left that out is that mag-pick lang ka og one for now kung if it's the end user or the customer, but most likely ang end user good. The reason behind is because lahi ang pains and gains, also ang jobs ni customer for those multi-channels. Lahi pod ang pains, jobs, and gains ni customer. So totally lahi gid na siya nga value proposition because they have different experiences, they have different aspirations, they have different pains. So kato lang siya kung multi-channel ang imong startup, different yun na siya nga VPC. Kay kung iusan na nimo, libog na siya tanawon. Kay you can't really see, dili na siya ma-map. So if it's something for katong daghan multi-channel, you have to make different types of VPC. And in which case, to answer murag, I think someone will ask kung unsa gid ang buhaton nga VPC later on. Ang i-present ninyo for now is ang inyo ang end user. Okay? So end user ang i-present. And if it's ang inyong end user is medyo katag, again, pilian ninyo ang market nga nay pinakadako. Pinakadako nga market segment. So dadto mo concentrate. So hopefully I was able to answer ang question ni Ma'am Gia Quezon. So we have to create. Yes, actually na anticipate rin ako ang question ni Ma'am Gia. So ato lang Ma'am Gia, end user, and if daghan siya type nga end user ang pinakadako nga market. Okay? So sa naman time 2:29. So maybe I'll entertain one more question if naa pa. And don't worry if na mga question later on that will come up while doing ang inyong VPC. For sure, medyo naikuan. I would suggest na there are a lot of examples sa Google. You can simply type product name, for example, Food Panda VPC, Food Panda Value Proposition Canvas. You can look at ang makita niyo dito ang value proposition ni Canvas. Google, LinkedIn, all these other mga companies, they have their mga repository sa ilang mga VPC dito sa Google, so you can have more sa tawag ni resources or reference later on while making kung medyo galibog mo. Okay, and of course we have our GC for you guys to ask questions. You can even, I think it's okay for you to contact me personally. No, you can PM me if nagi questions. I'll be more than happy to entertain any questions, any concerns. So I guess that's it. Marag wala na may question. And I have to be somewhere na pod since it's already 2:30. So with that, I hope everyone had marag na tayo mga insights and na tayo mga learnings. Hopefully, the recording is there. We'll upload the recording later on. And now I'll give you back to Ma'am Mary for the katong mga closings. Sige, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Sir Ron. With that, just a little, dali lang kayo ni siya. Just a quick photo up lang ta. Because Sir Ron has to go. So,
Okay, photo up. Okay,
yes,
for those who can
alright.
open your microphone.
Please open
Microphone.
your cameras.
Ayan, Sir Han. Hello, Sir Han. Hello, Ma'am Jan. Si Ma'am. Ay, si Ryan. Ano yung Ryan? Kumusta na sa office, Ryan? Sir Lance, how are you, Sir Lance? Si Ma'am Mona Jin was very participative throughout the discussion. Thank you very much, Ma'am Mona
Sir, off lang
Jin.
sana akong camera. Pasensya, sir.
Ah,
Nasa
no
meeting
problem,
lang.
Sir Dave. No problem, Sir Dave. Only for those nga possible maka-on ang cameras.
Yes.
Of course, di
Thank
ba
you, sir.
nato na. Sige, sige, ma'am.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Smile, everyone. Okay,
Hello, Sir
another
Roy.
one.
Kumusta diya ka, Vera, si Roy? Wala diya, Sir Roy.
Okay, last one. 3, 2, 1. Smile, everyone.
Okay. Yan. Sir Emir of Kawaw AI. Hello, sir. Good afternoon also, sir. Si Sir Jubilees would
Okay, thank you
parang
so much, everyone.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. See you
Thank you,
next week.
ma'am.
Or
Thank you, sir.
see you when I see you. Sir Dave, bye-bye.
Ingat kayo. Bye-bye.